Pedestrian safety and forklift interactions. Hello folks, welcome to the lesson on pedestrian safety and forklift interactions. Ensuring pedestrian safety in areas where forklifts operate is crucial to maintaining a safe work environment. This lesson will cover the key aspects of recognizing and responding to pedestrian hazards, safe forklift operation around pedestrians, and effective communication strategies between forklift operators and pedestrians. Recognizing and responding to pedestrian hazards. Understanding pedestrian hazards. Pedestrian hazards in workplaces with active forklifts can include blind spots, inadequate signage, excessive noise, and lack of training. Recognizing these risks is the first step towards mitigating them effectively. Blind spots. Definition: areas where the forklift operator's view is obstructed. Mitigation: install mirrors, use cameras, and ensure proper positioning of the operator to increase visibility. Inadequate signage definition: insufficient or unclear signs warning of forklift operation areas. Mitigation: place clear and visible signs at all entry points to forklift operating zones. Excessive noise. Definition: noises that can mask the sound of an approaching forklift. Mitigation: implement noise management strategies, such as designated quiet zones and mandatory use of horns in high-noise areas. Lack of training. Definition: employees are not adequately informed about how to behave around forklifts. Mitigation: conduct regular safety training sessions focusing on pedestrian forklift interactions. Safe forklift operation around pedestrians. Forklift operators must adopt specific practices to ensure pedestrian safety. This includes understanding operational protocols, maintaining awareness, and adhering to speed limits. Operational protocols. Speed limits. Adhere to workplace-specific speed limits, typically not exceeding 5 miles per hour in pedestrian areas. Backing up. Always look over both shoulders when reversing, and use a spotter if necessary. Maintaining awareness. 360-degree view. Regular checks and scans for pedestrians in all directions. Stopping distance. Maintain a safe stopping distance from pedestrians, allowing for unforeseen stops. Regular maintenance. Inspections. Conduct pre-operation safety inspections to ensure equipment integrity. Maintenance. Scheduled maintenance checks help prevent equipment failure. Communication strategies for forklift operators and pedestrians. Effective communication between forklift operators and pedestrians is essential to enhance safety. Various strategies can be employed to ensure clear communication. Using signals. Hand signals. Standardized hand signals should be used for communication between operators and pedestrians. Horns and lights. Use audible and visual signals to alert pedestrians of forklift presence and movements. Establishing eye contact. Direct interaction. Making eye contact ensures that the pedestrian is aware of the forklift's presence. Mutual acknowledgement. Pedestrians should acknowledge the operator's signals before proceeding. Radio communication. Two-way radios. Use radios, especially in large facilities, to maintain communication between operators and floor supervisors. Channel management. Ensure that communication channels are clear and organized for easy access. Understanding and applying these principles of pedestrian safety and forklift interaction can substantially reduce risks in the workplace. Continuous training and adherence to safety procedures are vital components in fostering a safe operational environment. Remember, safety starts with awareness and is assured through diligence and communication. Executive summary. Here's a takeaway and summary of pedestrian safety and forklift interactions. Pedestrian safety principles. 1. Separation of pedestrians and forklifts. Separate pedestrians and forklifts by using designated walkways, barriers, and warning signs. 2. Visual awareness. Ensure pedestrians and forklift operators are visually aware of each other's presence. 3. Warning devices. Use warning devices, such as horns, lights, and alarms, to alert pedestrians of forklift presence. Forklift operator responsibilities. 1. Maintain a safe distance. Maintain a safe distance from pedestrians when operating a forklift. 2. Use warning devices. Use warning devices to alert pedestrians of forklift presence. 3. Be aware of pedestrian traffic. Be aware of pedestrian traffic and adjust forklift speed and movement accordingly. Pedestrian responsibilities 1. Be aware of forklift traffic. Be aware of forklift traffic and keep a safe distance. 2. Use designated walkways. Use designated walkways and avoid entering areas where forklifts are operating. 3. Make eye contact. Make eye contact with forklift operators to ensure they are aware of your presence. Safety measures 1. Training and education. Provide training and education to both forklift operators and pedestrians on safety procedures. 2. Signage and markings. Use signage and markings to designate pedestrian walkways and forklift operating areas. 3. Regular safety audits. Conduct regular safety audits to identify and address potential hazards.
Here's a takeaway and summary of recognizing and responding to pedestrian hazards. Recognizing pedestrian hazards. 1. Distractions. Be aware of distractions such as using phones or talking to co-workers that can take pedestrians' attention away from their surroundings. 2. Blind spots. Recognize blind spots around forklifts, such as the area directly in front of or behind the forklift. 3. Speed and distance. Be aware of the speed and distance of forklifts and pedestrians to anticipate potential hazards. 4. Environmental factors. Consider environmental factors such as lighting, weather, and floor conditions that can affect pedestrian safety. Responding to pedestrian hazards. 1. Warning pedestrians. Use warning devices such as horns or lights to alert pedestrians of potential hazards. 2. Slowing or stopping. Slow or stop the forklift when approaching pedestrians or when pedestrians are in the surrounding area. 3. Yielding to pedestrians. Yield to pedestrians and give them the right-of-way, especially in designated pedestrian areas. For reporting hazards, report any hazards or incidents to supervisors or safety personnel to ensure prompt action is taken. Preventative measures. 1. Training and education. Provide regular training and education to forklift operators and pedestrians on recognizing and responding to pedestrian hazards. 2. Safety signage and markings. Use safety signage and markings to designate pedestrian areas and warn of potential hazards. 3. Regular safety audits. Conduct regular safety audits to identify and address potential hazards. 4. Encouraging safety culture. Foster a safety culture that encourages employees to report hazards and near-miss incidents. Here's a takeaway and summary of safe forklift operation around pedestrians. Pre-operation checks. 1. Conduct a visual inspection. Check the forklift and surrounding area for potential hazards. 2. Check for pedestrians. Ensure the area is clear of pedestrians before operating the forklift.
Safe operation practices 1. Maintain a safe distance. Keep a safe distance from pedestrians at all times. 2. Use warning devices. Use horns, lights, or alarms to alert pedestrians of the forklift's presence. 3. Travel at safe speeds. Operate the forklift at safe speeds, especially in areas where pedestrians are present. 4. Use spotters or guides. Use spotters or guides to help navigate the forklift in areas with high pedestrian traffic. Pedestrian safety measures 1. Designate pedestrian areas. Clearly designate areas where pedestrians are allowed and ensure they are separated from forklift traffic. 2. Use safety signage. Post safety signs and warnings to alert pedestrians of potential hazards. 3. Provide pedestrian training. Educate pedestrians on the dangers of forklifts and how to safely navigate areas where they are operating. Incident response 1. Establish emergency procedures. Develop and communicate emergency procedures in case of an incident involving a pedestrian and a forklift. 2. Report incidents. Report all incidents involving pedestrians and forklifts to management and safety personnel. 3. Conduct investigations. Conduct thorough investigations into incidents to identify root causes and implement corrective actions. Here's a takeaway and summary of communication strategies for forklift operators and pedestrians. Verbal communication 1. Clear and concise language. Use clear and concise language when communicating with pedestrians and other forklift operators. 2. Warning pedestrians. Verbally warn pedestrians of the forklift's presence, especially in areas with limited visibility. 3. Confirming understanding. Confirm that pedestrians understand instructions or warnings given. Nonverbal communication. 1. Hand signals. Use standardized hand signals to communicate with pedestrians and other forklift operators. 2. Eye contact. Maintain eye contact with pedestrians to ensure they are aware of the forklift's presence. 3. Warning devices. Use warning devices such as horns, lights, or alarms to alert pedestrians of the forklift's presence. Visual communication. 1. Safety signage. Post safety signs and warnings to alert pedestrians of potential hazards. 2. Floor markings. Use floor markings to designate pedestrian walkways and forklift traffic areas. 3. High visibility clothing. Wear high visibility clothing to increase visibility when operating a forklift. Technology-based communication. 1. Two-way radios. Use two-way radios to communicate with other forklift operators and pedestrians. 2. Warning systems. Install warning systems, such as sensors or cameras, to alert pedestrians of the forklift's presence. 3. Digital signage. Use digital signage to display safety messages and warnings to pedestrians. Thank you for your engagement in this lesson, and remember that safety is always the priority when dealing with pedestrian safety and forklift interactions. Stay informed, stay protected. See you in the again, folks. Happy learning!